If you were only allowed to train for 10 minutes a day, what would you include in those 10 minutes? Cardio, strength, movement, mobility. I'd be interested to see what you guys would prioritize. Let me know down in the comments. If you are interested in movement and training, the body, joints, how it all works, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Now, if the first thing that you did when you opened the video was look down at these trainers and think, damn, these are fine looking pieces of kit, Vivo Barefoot, guys, for all of your barefoot training, minimalist shoe needs, discount code FARID. Get in there and check them out. They've got stuff for men, women, kids, vegan, non-vegan, all sorts of good stuff. So get in there, guys, and have a look. Okay, ladies, gentlemen, and my often forgotten, but not by me, Pec Deck Warriors. Today, we are going to be looking at a full body movement sequence, which I'll be taking you through, and it's going to include some full body mobility, movement, and some strength. So let's get right into it. So as usual, team, I'm going to have a few different options for you to go through throughout the duration of this video so that you will all have something to work on, regardless of how much experience you have with movement or training. You're not going to need too much equipment for this one. All you'll need is a little bit of space to move, so make sure you can wave your arms about and you are not in contact with anything, and maybe that you have a little bit of spare space on either side as well. So we are going to start standing up, and the first movement is going to be sinking down into a Cossack squat. Now, a Cossack squat is a one-legged squat down to the floor, and usually you want to keep your foot completely flat on the floor. However, if that's not a possibility for you, it doesn't really matter. Here's how you're going to do it. You're going to lower down as low as you can, and when you feel that heel start to lift, you're going to reach down to the floor with your hands and just continue to lift down and keep the heel off the floor, no problem. If you can, you are going to do a full flat foot Cossack, on the other hand. And once you get to the bottom, you are then going to drive your hips over the toes and push your knee forward. From here, you're going to take the opposite hand to the base foot, and you're going to place it close to your thigh behind you. From here, you are then going to put the weight on the straight heel and foot, and you are going to match your other hand in parallel next to the current base hand. Here's what that'll look like. So pivot, match, and you should be in this hip elevated single leg press up position. From this position, you are going to jump your base foot forward. So small jump, not too close to the hands, because you will need space to thread your other leg through. Okay, team, let's recap this real quick right now. So here we go, starting wide, sinking down into our flat foot Cossack, pushing forward, hips over the toes, opposite hand to the base foot, place it behind you, start to turn the straight foot into the point of contact and use a bit of momentum of the free arm to swing it overhead and get that turn. Once you are in this hip elevated single leg plank position, you are going to jump your base foot forward and thread your other leg down. From here, we have two options. We are going to do a thread press up, and you can do this with two hands, or if you're feeling strong today, you can do this with one arm. Up, and then you will simply unthread the leg, jump, and then reverse back to where you started. Use the base hand to push you forward. Flat foot Cossack, and we come up. Okay team, I'm gonna recap that on the same side with you once again. I'm gonna go through it nice and slowly and talk you through it so so that you can follow along, and we're gonna do this one together. So get ready, and starting in your wide stance, you are going to sink down into your Cossack. Once you're at the bottom, this foot can turn out, no problem. Lean forward, hips over the toes, place the hand down behind you. Now using the free arms momentum and making sure you turn the straight foot into the base, you're going to pivot and place your hands in parallel. Jump your base foot forward a little bit. Options to do this single-handed or two-handed, whichever you like. Match the hands again, and as you unthread the leg, you're going to use that momentum to jump back, and then you're going to drop back into your crouch. And once again, use the momentum here from the free arm to bring yourself back into your Cossack, and up you go. Now, as you get used to the sequence, you can start to put the individual movements together a little bit more seamlessly. What I mean by that is once you've learned the sequence and you've memorized all the movements and that you can do them individually, you are going to open up the ability to start thinking ahead a little bit about the next movement, and this will affect your fluidity, because you'll be able to go through your current movement but still have enough mental bandwidth to think about the move that's coming after. And so you can start to anticipate it before it even happens and set yourself up so that the whole sequence almost looks like one big traceless movement. So let's give this a go. I'm gonna go right leg Cossack once again. So here we go, guys, let's go once again. We're gonna go a little bit quicker this time, so make sure you're ready. In we go, down, Cossack, forward, turn, up, match the hands, jump, thread press up, unthread, jump, Cossack, and back. Straight into the other side, and down, forward, turn, up, match, jump, thread, unthread, drop, pivot, Cossack. I'll go again, guys, from the side so you can see what's happening. Here we go. And down, forward, turn, up, jump, thread, unthread, jump, drop, pivot, up. Okay team, so that is today's movement sequence. Now, there are of course some mobility benchmarks today that we would like to hit. Number one, obviously, is the Cossack squat. Now, the reason I'm not going to cover the Cossack squat and how to build up for it in this video is because I've made a ton of content regarding the squat and the Cossack, which you can find on my YouTube channel. I've also got a squat and hip mobility course, which will take you from not being able to squat at all to a full flat foot squat. And in that course, I cover every single joint leading up to the hips that are responsible for a good flat foot squat and good hip mobility overall. So if you want a structured program that covers all of the joints in that range, you can check that out on my website. Alternatively, just type in Cossack or flat foot squats on my YouTube channel. You'll be able to find some videos on there as well. Now team, if you made it this far into the video, thank you very much for tuning in. If you want to support the channel, drop a like on the video. Of course, only if you actually enjoyed the video. If you didn't, then obviously don't like it. Leave some comments. Let's start some discussions down in the comment section. I'm gonna jump down there as well and get into it with you guys. So if you have any questions, just drop them down. All that stuff really helps me out. And that is all I have for you guys today. As always, I will see you in the next one.